main theater of operation. 97% of the Earth's water supply is stored in its oceans. In order to serve the majority of the planet's inhabitants, two dramatic events must routinely occur. Salt must be removed from the seawater, and the water then transported throughout the Earth. Powered by the heat of the sun, both objectives are accomplished. As liquid water is transformed into a gas, leaving the salt behind, it rises vapor-like into the air. At daybreak, a similar action can be observed from a lake or riverbank. Annually, about 95,000 cubic miles of water are drawn into the atmosphere through evaporation, and in the process, one of creation's most wondrous spectacles fills the skies. A cloud is actually an ingenious vessel of transport. Comprised of water droplets, they are easily carried across the planet by prevailing winds. As the clouds rise higher into the air, they cool and later contract, squeezing out their life-giving cargo. Remarkably, since the day of their creation, the waters of the Earth have neither grown nor diminished in volume. In fact, the same water you used to wash your car last weekend may have lapped upon the shores of the Nile during the reign of the pharaohs. For throughout history, our liquid treasure has been purified and recycled to be used again and again. 2,000 years before the principles involved were discovered by science, one of the earliest accounts of the water cycle was written in the scriptures. All the rivers run into the sea, but the sea is not full. Unto the place from where they came, they return again. A flowing gift, lifeblood of the kingdoms of plant, animal, and man. Yet life on Earth is hardly the complete result of an instant recipe that reads, just add water. To understand why, we need look no farther than the moon.
Altitude 4200. Houston, you're go for landing, over. Roger, understand, go for landing, 3,000 feet. Stop alarm. That's 40 feet down, 2.5.
A mere 240,000 miles away, the only life to ever stand on the barren face of our nearest neighbor came in the form of our own astronauts.
Contact light. Okay, engine stop. We copy you down. Okay, Houston, the Falcon is on the plane at Hadley. Roger, roger, Falcon. I was strolling on the moon one day in the merry, merry month of December. Now, May, that's right. Okay, we're headed that way.
Their explorations revealed conclusively that the moon is 100% dead, unable to support the smallest organism. Even if water could somehow be added to the lunar surface, nothing could survive, for there is far more to life on a celestial body than rivers, oceans, and rain. The Creator's formula for life on Earth involves a multitude of factors and ingredients all working together in precise balance. Solomon, king of Israel, once proclaimed that the Lord, by wisdom, hath established the earth. In light of recent scientific discovery concerning our planet and the rest of the solar system, the ancient king's insight appears increasingly profound. Consider the Earth's distance from the sun, 93 million miles. Not surprisingly, this distance has an enormous effect on the planet's climate. Our special relationship to our primary source of heat and light, positioned neither too close nor too far away, has resulted in a very comfortable average global temperature of 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Even in the planet's most severe environments, including the 130-degree heat of the Sahara Desert and the frigid climes of Antarctica, a large variety of organisms thrive quite well. On our nearest planetary neighbor, Venus, however, conditions are drastically different. Often called the Earth's twin because of its similar size, Venus orbits the sun at an average distance of only 67 million miles. Surrounded by a suffocating atmosphere, daily temperatures here soar to over 900 degrees, hot enough to melt lead. While on Jupiter, with an orbital distance of nearly 484 million miles, temperatures hover around 200 degrees below zero. The hope of finding life on this, the largest of planets in our solar system, has all but vanished. If we point a time-lapse camera toward the North Star, the resulting footage reveals another critical provision for life on Earth. The apparent motion of the stars is the result of the Earth's rotation on its axis. It spins 360 degrees once every 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 4 seconds. A moderate rate, when compared to most of the other planets, it proves ideal, for in the course of each day, the entire global surface is properly warmed and cooled. The significance of planetary rotation is underscored by a look at Mercury. Traveling in the closest orbit to the sun, it rotates completely on its axis only once every 59 Earth days, resulting in prolonged conditions of both devastating heat and stifling cold. As on Venus and Jupiter, the possibility for life here now seems non-existent. Despite formidable obstacles, the search for life beyond the Earth has long captivated human imagination. And for many years, the greatest hope for success centered here, upon Mars. The fourth planet from the sun, Mars possesses some striking similarities to the Earth, including an almost identical rate of rotation and angle of axis. Many astronomers believed that frozen water could be found in the Martian poles, and that the large channels apparent on its surface were once carved by flowing rivers. In 1976, however, hope turned into disappointing reality as the Viking spacecrafts explored, photographed, and collected soil samples from what appears to be another dead and sterile world. Most scientists now feel that Mars is a place of total desolation and waste, too far from the sun, too cold, and without a gravitational pull strong enough to contain one of the most vital components of all, a life-sustaining atmosphere.
One thing that really strikes me when I look out at the Earth, particularly out at the horizon as we're going around the Earth from space, and you can see the same thing in pictures that we bring back from space, is when you look at the Earth's atmosphere, just this very, very thin band of blue out there against this enormous planet, and you realize just how fragile it is and how special it is that this little layer is just right for the life that it takes care of down below on the Earth.
It has been said of the Earth that the existence of its inhabitants hinges upon a thin and delicate sheath of gas that envelops the planet like the skin of an apple. Our atmosphere, more than 99% of which extends less than 50 miles above the planet's surface, is primarily comprised of 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen. This mixture seems almost perfect for life, while at the same time acting as a protective shield from the deadly radiation of the sun.